Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Today our discussion will discuss about the using of various biological agents. It includes virus and nematodes for pest control. Let's see our member group. So the first one is Pemi Philosofi with student number 50. Next, Gracela Nanda with student number 169. And then Ahmad Rudy Fikri with student number 172. Next, Muhammad Raihan Akbar with student number 210. And the last one is me, Uliyatul Muhmiroh H with student number 243. Next. So we want to talk about the first one is background. The background of this topic discussion would explain more about the biological control by the definitions, advantage and disadvantage. And then we want to talk about the virus. Here you could add knowledge about virus for biological control agents. And the last one is nematodes. So we will talk about the nematodes for the biological control. So are you interested for the nematodes for biological control? Let's see about it. Next.
Okay, now next we start with biological control. Biological control by utilizing biological agents is at the core of integrated pest management, has the potential to reduce dependence on synthetic chemical pesticide, so that a sustainable agriculture system can be maintained. Biological control in Indonesia has actually been practiced for a long time, even before the development of the use of synthetic pesticide. Biological control has several advantages and disadvantages. Next. Again, the advantage of biological control, the first is high selectivity, does not cause new pests. And then the second, the organism used already exists in nature. Third, the organism used can search for and find pests on their own. The fourth, the organism used can reproduce and spread by themselves. 5. Pests do not become resistant. And the last, there are no bad side effects such as the use of pesticides. And then the disadvantage of biological control, the first is control is slow, and the second, the results are unpredictable, and then the third, difficult and expensive to develop and use, and then the last is implementation requires expert supervision. Okay, next.
Okay, the first is biological control with science. Next. Okay, insect virus are obligate disease-causing organisms that can only reproduce with a host insect. They can provide safe, effective, and sustainable control of a variety insect pests. Although they are most effective as part of a dispersed integrated pest management program, the virus isolate to control this pest is known as the nuclear polyderosis virus or NPV. NPV has been treated in combination with other control agents, and its efficacy has been proved in field conditions. Since NBF is sensitive to ultraviolet or UV rays during sunshine, it has to be spread in the evening. The virus is species specific and does not affect other organisms. The insect is cultured on semi-synthetic diet. During the larval stage, the caterpillar is inoculated with the virus. Within a week, the caterpillar gets infected and dies. The dead caterpillar is put in the water and decomposition is released the virus. Okay. Now is the life cycle of the circulovirus. So this is the example of circulovirus life cycle. The first one, primary infection of insects, by the virus will inject their DNA to bacteria, and then the bacteria will develop to reproduction more and more. After the virus and bacteria accumulate in their host, so the host will infect and die. Before dying, the host will hang on the shoot of the leaf, and after the host died, the cytoplasm will getting out of from the host, and the bacteria will looking for the new host to continue the life cycle.
Okay. The next one is if there is a virus product available, there are several things the grower can do to increase the effectiveness. Insect viruses are very specific. Be sure that target pest is correctly identified. Second one, carefully scope fields before applications and apply virus when the target pests are young but actively feeding. Scouting can also help you discover net viral or other disease outbreaks developing in your crop, which depending on their extent, could influence other control decisions. Three, apply virus to maximize the longevity and effectiveness of virus particles. Four, thoroughly coat plants to maximize coverage. Young plants can even be dipped in a solution of a virus particles to completely cover the leaf area. Fifth one, apply in morning or evening or on cloudy days when degrading from sunlight is reduced. Six, using mixed cropping and reduce soil disturbance after application. This helps increase the persistence of virus particles in the system and may lead to better control within the between growing seasons. Let's move on to the second topic, nematodes for biological control. Why we should use nematodes? Nematodes are prime candidates as a biological control agents because they have adapted to the life cycles of the host and mainly are host specific. And second one is produce high levels on parasitism. It will kill the host and are easily handled. And the third one have a higher productive potential. The fourth one are free swimming, and the fifth one can be disseminated easily in the infective stage. And here are the life cycle illustrations for nematodes. Nematodes that attack caterpillar or plant borer. So in here we can see the life cycles of the nematodes. It will infect Tiffany's and enter the host, and then the bacteria will release, and insects die, and nematodes begin to develop inside the body of the caterpillar. Then nematodes will reproduce in the host, and then infect Tiffany's emerge from the host, and continues on and on.
Entomopathogenic agent. Let's talk about Steinirma sp and Heterohebitis sp. The entomopathogenic nematodes Steinirma sp and Heterohebitis sp compared to other biological agents. It does not have a negative impact on non-target pests, does not cause residues, is synergistic with several other biological agents, is easy to obtain, is cheap, can last a long time in the soil, and can reproduce in the insect body, and can be reissued for controlling pests. So that entomopathogenic nematodes are an alternative to environmentally friendly subterranean termite control. The use of entomopathogenic nematodes thus is based on the result of previous studies. Next. Conclusion. The use of biological agents is one way of controlling plant pests with biological control methods. In the discussion above, there are two biological agents that can be used, namely viruses and nematodes. Viruses can kill pests by infecting insects, while nematodes kill pests by entering the insect body pen and disrupting the biological system on its insect pests. Okay, thank you for your attention. If you any questions, please drop in WhatsApp group. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.